You are listening to the Global Psychosis Network.
Oh, I'm so horny. I hate it when they take commercial break. Nothing makes me wet like the Jimbo Trashy podcast. I touch myself every episode. I don't know how much longer I can wait. I'm gonna come so hard when they come back on the air. God, I love it when he says, "Welcome back." Oh, yeah. Oh, Jimbo. Ah.
You are listening to the Global Psychosis Network.
Okay, so I know what you're thinking. It's now time for the Jimbo Trashy trash list. Well, this episode has no trash list, so all of you guys who are looking to hear your name can go fuck yourself. Anyways, here's a
From
story.
the inside out.
Go fuck yourself.
Here's a story I want to tell you guys. You said you don't remember this, Junkyard Jim. Here's a story. Okay, we have a cousin named Barry, right?
Yeah.
So Barry and this other guy named Todd, that was one of his good friends. Todd used to work at the liquor store, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he had
good memories.
When he used to work at the liquor store, you go down there, get a free fucking pack of fucking cigarettes, a free case of beer. You just go down there and say what's up to him, walk down the right aisle, make sure you're off the camera, and you fucking walk out.
Yeah, because you steal from my store. No more stealing.
Me and a couple buddies. Keep in mind, we're like 12, 13 years old, so we're 8th grade. We go down there, hey, Todd, can we get a 6-pack of beer? Can we get a 12-pack of beer? Like, yeah, I just walked in the aisle, so we'd be fucking skateboarding home with fucking, 6-packs in each hand and shit. Fucking couldn't even hold them up, And,
Oh, I hated it when he quit working for that place.
I know, that was a bummer, dude. Anyways, during around this era, right, I was chilling with Barry and Todd on this occasion.
Mm-hmm.
It was during summer break or some shit. I was like in 7th grade, and we're all drinking beers and whatnot. And Barry says, "Hey, this girl just hit me up, dude, and she wants to fuck tonight." And he's like, "Todd, are you down to fuck her? You down to do a 3-way?" Todd's like, "Yeah, man. Yeah, sure, I'm down."
I'd rather watch, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so Todd's like, "Yeah, I'm down." So Barry and Todd are like talking about this fucking threesome they're gonna do. And at the time I was a virgin, so I'm like, well, yeah, I want to get laid. Obviously I had no chance in hell because this girl would never fucking touch me back then. My balls hadn't even dropped yet, you know what I mean? But I was like, hey, maybe if I hang out and drink some more beer, I'll get lucky. So, anyways, it's probably like 11 o'clock at night or something, and Barry goes and picks this chick up, right? So me and Todd are sitting in the garage, and Todd is just lighting candles, and it's all candle lit, and it's dark as fuck in the garage. All you can see is one candle at the one corner of the fucking garage, And
He puts Barry White on or something.
And Todd's like, "All right, dude, just shh. All right, sit over back there. You can get another beer, dude. Just chill back there, dude. When Barry comes back in, I'm gonna go in, and then you can come in after him." And I'm thinking okay, cool. I'm gonna get laid. This is what I'm thinking in my head.
Probably creamed his fucking jeans before it
So
even happened.
I'm sitting in the back fucking corner. Todd's sitting in a fucking some random chair that was chilling in the garage, and then Barry comes in with this chick, right? Pretty cute looking girl, and he sits on the couch with her, and I can't hear what he's saying, but he's mumbling, and you hear him just just take off your shirt, just mumble, take off your shirt. You hear that every other fucking word, So finally, the girl takes off her shirt. He starts making out with her. I remember she had a purple bra on, and he starts making out with her. And then she starts riding him, fully clothed, but they're dry humping. And she's riding him, and then he flips her over on the couch. There was a couch in the garage. He starts dry humping her, and then she flips back over, and they're she's getting into it. Any moment now she's gonna be fucking wanting a dick, So then Todd gets up, and you see him, this fucking fat, fucking long-haired fucking rocker, dude. He gets up, and he starts getting ready to undo his pants and shit. And he's getting all horny, and then Barry is holding this girl in his hands, and he's on the couch, but she's facing him, and he's coming up, and he sees Todd coming before this chick does, right? So he's pushing him with his foot, no, not yet, pushing him away, So Todd keeps taking a step back and then trying to walk forward like a zombie and shit, no, back up.
Back the fuck up.
Walking Dead.
And Todd's what, not yet, what, not yet, and fucking Todd goes and sits back on the chair and shit. And then I don't know what Barry's plan was here, because this girl had no fucking idea that Todd or me, Jimbo Trashy, was in this garage. You know, this is a pitch black garage for one fucking little candle, one candle lighting up like a little tiny fucking part of the fucking garage where they could see. So, anyways, I'm sitting there the whole time, just drinking beer in the back corners, like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen here, you know. Todd is already assuming, like, oh, we've done this before, I guess. I don't know what the fuck was in his head, but he thought it's, oh yeah, plan B, here I come in, you know. So anyways, around this time, this has been going on for like 10 minutes now, and this girl's starting to take off her bra, and she's about to undo her bra. All of a sudden, the light flips on, or actually the garage door opens, the fucking light flips on, and Junkyard Jim shows up.
Hey!
Jim wanted a piece too.
Cut! Wait, hold on.
So Junkyard Jim's like, oh, hey, oh, sorry, Barry. Oh, what? I didn't see it. What? And Barry's like, oh, what the fuck, Jim? What the fuck? And then this chick is like, she's like trying to cover her bra, like cover her chest, even though she had a bra on, she's like trying to cover her cleavage, and at the same time she's like looking for her shirt that she randomly threw on the floor somewhere. So she's like scanning the garage with her fucking eyes real quick in the same heat of the moment. And when
there's all these eyeballs staring at her.
she scans the garage, she probably saw me, like a 12-year-old boy, sipping on a beer. She sees Todd. She sees Todd and his hairy ass legs with his fucking jean shorts on, sitting in a chair, fucking drinking another beer too. And she just like freaks out. And then I remember like you Junkyard Jim, you know, you fucking flip the light back off, and you, oh my bad, sorry, and you left. And Barry like grabbed her head and like held it into him, like so she couldn't look around. He's like, no, it's alright, it was my uncle. Blah, blah, blah. And then he ended up fucking like she put her shirt on real quick, and Barry escorted her out and took her home. And I remember Barry came back, and he's like, yeah, she was like wondering like who was that in the garage, like why was my cousin in the fucking garage, or why was there people in the garage?
Yeah.
And I guess Barry told that chick, like, oh, my cousin must have fell asleep out there, like he didn't, you know, I didn't even know he's out there. And then, I don't know how he lied this out of this one, but it was like so obvious. Like, I mean, there was like 2 people in the garage besides you.
I remember he had it on film too.
Oh, he filmed it too?
Yeah, he had it hidden up in the cabinet.
Oh.
I remember the situation now that you mentioned it back. Yeah.
Just like 95, 96 era.
I was asking you if you got an education out of that.
My education of that was like, don't invite your friends.
Yeah, really. Keep it a personal party, you know?
Because I mean, actually, what I know after that fact, he told that girl whatever lies he had to tell her, and then he took her back to wherever she had to go, but he fucked her in his truck. So
yeah, no spectators, only participators.
I scared the shit out of him. Him and Ben both.
At a Barry?
Yeah, because I heard him tell Grandma that he was going to go pick up his friend and they were going to come back in the garage and drink some beer. So while he's gone, it takes about 15 minutes to go over there, pick him up and come back. While I was in that dark garage, and I could hear Ben and Barry coming through the patio, and on the side door, not the big door on the garage, but the side door where the light switch is, as soon as he opened up the door, I reached in there and grabbed his fucking hand and Ben pulled like that.
He probably had a shit pile in his pants.
You know how like on cartoons, their feet are moving and it looks like little fucking wheels and shit.
Running in front of yourself.
He was trying to fucking and he's scaring the shit out of Ben. He says, "You motherfucker, you just scared the shit out of me." I was in there laughing my ass off. You know? He goes, "I want to get you back." I said, "You fucking idiot." I said, "I've been doing this shit for a long time. It's gonna take you a long time to fucking get even with me." I scared the shit out of that.
Kind of reminded me of a fucking probably had a shit pile in his fucking baby burrito in his pants, you know. It wasn't too long ago. There was an occasion I remember with James. You know, he probably remembers it. I don't know too well, but I know I do. He called me to come over and pick him up or drop him off or something, and he'd forgotten that he had called me and talked to me earlier today. And I made it by lunchtime, thinking, "Oh, this is a good time. I'm home. I can do this." I stopped by there and knock on the door. "Hey, James, you home? You there? Hey, Dave, anybody home?" You know, knocking on the, "Hello?" And so I knock on the door, and all of a sudden here comes James, open the door, thinking it was some chick, and he's standing there fucking butt-ass naked.
Oh, yeah.
Was that you there?
Nah,
out in the wind?
I was fucking around with this girl in the garage, right? Well, back then, it's like I could get away with it, you know, because there was no one home, you know.
You thought?
Yeah, so I
Hey,
thought
that's okay. That's like one of the leaves falling from the tree trunk.
this is the worst. This is the worst fucking scenario because I was fucking with this girl, and then I fucking
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
I pull
does it?
out, and normally you would have a fucking cum rag, right? Well, I didn't fucking grab one, and I had it was like a spur of the moment thing, so I had my pants around my ankles too. It's like the fucking worst situation possible, right?
And your dad.
His dad
walks in.
shows up. What a
So-
bummer. Talk about a dick softener.
So I pull out and I fucking like nut it all over my hand and shit, and I'm like, hold on, I'll be right back. So I'm like fucking scooting over to the fucking door, and like I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. It was stupid. I should just fucking pull my pants up and walk to the fucking bathroom. But instead I'm like scooting to the fucking bathroom
With your pants around your
with
ankle.
my pants around my ankle because I thought, hey, no one's home, right? I open the door, and right when I open the door, there's Junkyard Jim. Hey, what's going on?
And talk about a dick softener.
So I'm like, oh shit. And I fucking like I go to grab the fucking door, and I fucking slam the door on my head because I was so fucking like surprised, right?
Oh, I didn't
And
mean to walk in on you like
And then
that.
the girl, I'm just like, what? What's the problem? I'm like, nothing. I didn't want to fucking tell her, my dad was here because then she would have freaked out.
Hey, the way I thought about it after the situation, I thought, well, goddamn, the kid's knocking it out. Right on. Block up,
Well, that's
chip
what I'm
off the
saying.
old block there.
That's what I'm saying. The apple from the tree.
Yeah.
Here's another funny story that's kind of similar, not as guilty or not as bad, but another time I was fucking a chick that I was seeing in high school, and this is when I was staying in the front bedroom right there at my mom's place, and I mean we must have been fucking for probably like it was like summer vacation or something, so we were like fucking the whole day, right? And we didn't open the window, so it smelled like fucking tuna, after fucking for like 6 hours and shit.
Rotten eggs.
So.
A little bit, a couple of farts,
So
Please. Fucking gas mask.
this girl takes off, right? And then about 15 minutes later, Todd shows up, and he comes in and he's like checking the mail and shit. And I have the bedroom door open, and he walks up to talk to me or something. He's like, "Oh, James, oh, you need to open the window." I don't even know if he knew what it was, but he's like, "You need to open the window." And I was like, "Oh, okay." It's like, I've had like numerous situations like that. It's like, it's pretty bad.
One queef too many.
Remember when the old man walked out to the garage and asked you what you were tweaking on?
Oh, yeah, that was... Yeah,
What the fuck? How do you fucking know?
Yeah, it kind of threw a little loop at me. Well, it couldn't be any worse when I was like 5 years old with the next door neighbor's little girl, naked, behind the wall. Remember that? Lori Ripstone? Hoary Lori? She's a Mormon, Hoary Lori, yeah. They caught me behind, her older brother caught me behind the wall.
Getting the stink finger.
Yeah, I was, doing a little investigating. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. She never got to see mine, so. 5 years old. Mom, I'm telling Mom. No, not yet.
You know that cousin you were talking about, Mike? He always used to like to moon everybody, I'm sitting at the freaking dining room table one day, and he's wearing these like dolphin shorts, and he walks to the living room and he starts walking to the hallway, and he goes, "Hey Dave," and I turn around and look at him, and he's fucking pulling his pants down to fucking moon me. I go, you sick motherfucker, man. He's going, "What?" I go, "You got toilet paper stuck up your ass, man." so he goes in the bathroom, and I'm sitting at the table thinking, okay, 3, 2, 1. I know he's got his ass up to the fucking mirror, and they're looking to see if he comes back. He goes, "You lying motherfucker! I don't have no toilet paper." I was rolling, fucking laughing my ass off, man.
Hey, didn't he spit a booger at you or something one time? Yeah.
He flicked it, but I said he spit it on me.
Oh, it's totally different.
We were sitting in the living room, everybody watching TV, and all of a sudden, think, something wet hit my arm. I go, "What the fuck?" And I look at Mike, and he's got that look on his face like,
Oh, shit.
I go, "Did you just?" I'm looking. I go, Did you just do what I think you did?" He goes, "No." I go, "You just spit a fucking booger on me." he goes, "No, I flicked it." And
We'll finish this story when we come back from the Jimbo Trashy podcast right after these messages.
Conspiracy. Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy. Everything
are listening to the Global Psychosis Network. You are listening to the Global Psychosis Network.
Welcome back to the Jimbo Trashy podcast. So, Uncle Dave, you were saying
Mike's picking a booger on you.
did he spit or did he flick it?
I say he spit it. He says he flicked it, but I can't prove it. Everybody's sitting there watching television,
Yeah, he flicked it from his tongue.
and all of a sudden I felt something wet hit my fucking arm. And I look at him. I mean, I look at my arm, and then I look at him, and he's got that look like, what the fuck? You know, like. I said, did you just spit? I said, did you just spit a booger on me? He goes, no, I flicked it, man. I almost come out of that chair and beat the shit out of that fucking kid, man.
You knocked him off the couch. I remember that.
It's funny how, like, I mean, even if flicking a booger on you would suck, but if you spit a booger on you, that's even fucking worse, dude. That's so more insulting, dude.
That's why I wanted to fucking tag his ass. Well, I think he's like 13 years younger than me, so he was just a fucking kid, man.
Yeah.
But Grandpa saved his ass that damn day.
You know, the one bank teller had, oh my God, I was at the bank one day, and it was kind that didn't have a window in front of her. She's, real personable. I go up there to cash my check. Bank teller, she's got really nice fingernails, right? And I was complimenting her. I go, wow, you have really nice nails. And then I took a venture up looking at her face, and I noticed she had a little hanger booger, hanging from her nose.
Was she hot?
Yeah, she was. What are you supposed to do?
Oh man.
I mean, I didn't want to hurt her feelings, but I didn't want her to go around having a
Reach over and pull it yourself.
I could have done that, but I was like trying to focus back down. I said, but I didn't want to. I'm kind of like dodging her, at the time, because she had one of the type boogers that every time you breathe, it kind of went in and out.
Oh no. It reminds me of like the same girl, the tuna girl I was telling you about earlier.
Oh yeah.
This is like my first girlfriend in high school, and she was a cute girl, right? And I was trying to go home with her for fucking weeks. Months, if not months.
Carry her books?
Carrying her books, fucking, like all the fucking dumb shit.
Did you lick her toes?
And, well, I don't think I licked her toes. I wasn't ready for that when I was a freshman.
Oh, yeah.
I have done that with some dumb bitches, but anyways, so this girl, I finally get to go home with her. Her dad picked us up and we went to her house, right?
Oh.
But her dad had to go to work at like 5 p.m. or some shit. So basically, her dad would pick us up from school at like 3, drive us to her mom, or drive us to their house. Then while we're fucking hanging out there playing grab ass, he'd be getting ready for work and he would take off.
He had no clue or what?
He had a clue, but I think he thought like, oh, they're only freshmen, they won't try and fuck around.
They're playing Monopoly together.
I don't know what he thought, but actually, the funny thing is, we did this for months, and actually, I got caught one time. I was I whipped my dick out.
Oh.
And I was trying
to
get
the tree trunk.
I was trying to get her to blow me, and I remember I had my dick out, and I'm like, "Come on, just put your mouth on it," or whatever the fuck I was saying. And I look over, and her dad's like staring right at me, and I'm just like, "Oh shit!" Fucking just.
I was just trying to teach her how to speak into a microphone.
It shrunk it up real quick, but my point is in this whole story about the booger thing. One of the first times she came over, or went over there, I'm chilling on the couch and she's like getting me a drink or something, and she grabs I was sitting on the couch, and the way they had it set up, the kitchen was behind the couch. So she went behind the couch to go to the kitchen and fucking grab something or like a drink or whatever. And then she comes back over and she grabs my head and fucking pulls it back. And I'm like, what the fuck, you know? And I look backwards and she's like looking at me and she's saying something, trying to be cute. And I see a fucking booger in her nose.
Oh!
And it just totally fucking made that boner go down, you know?
Dick softener.
I think we all been there.
The booger thing or what?
The booger.
I mean, with the thing going down.
Chicks do some funny things sometimes, and you just like, yeah, it's kind of like.
That kind of throws it away.
Here's another sick story. If you guys want to go sick story status, I was fucking around with this one chick that basically I hit her up because I liked her photo that she had of herself, like pretending she was dead. And I told her
I think I've seen that one.
Necrophiliac or whatever the fuck they call it.
Well, the thing is, I wanted to use her picture for an album cover, you know. So I'm like, hey, you know, I like what you did with this, because she did like some theatric shit. She was like she did actress fucking bullshit, acting in fucking college or high school or something, and she took some photo of herself pretending she committed suicide. So I told her, hey, I like that photo you did. Can I use it for my album cover? Blah, blah, blah. One thing led to another. She wanted to meet up and shit, so we ended up hanging out. And then she wanted to fuck, right? So anyways, we're fucking around, and she's a cute girl, you know? And one of the times she came over, I don't remember if it was the first time. I don't think it was the first time. It must have been numerous times after this, but she came over one time, and she gets on top of me wanting a 69. So I'm like, okay, whatever, you know, I'm not against that, obviously. So she gets on top of me, and she puts her ass like right in front of my face, and then I'm looking at her fucking butthole and her butt cheeks, and she has like a little tiny Hershey kiss stuck to the side of her butt cheek.
Man.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, still like, because I'm kind of drunk at the time when this is going on.
And it's moving?
I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh my god, it is. And it's a fucking, I don't know, it was like a perfectly like
Turtle head.
It was like a little fucking shit drop on the side of her butt cheek. Not
Hershey Kiss is a good
It wasn't. It was Hershey Kiss, dude. It wasn't smeared. It wasn't smeared. It wasn't fuck. It didn't smell. It was just a little fucking just like bloop, right there on the side of her butt cheek. And I'm like tripping out. I'm like, she's like blowing me, and I'm like holding her ass apart. And I'm like,
oh my god. Don't
I'm
drop.
like,
don't drop.
And I'm like, but she was blowing me, so it felt good. So I'm like, what the fuck do I do right now? Like, holy shit, what the fuck is that? No way, it doesn't smell like shit. What the fuck is that?
Don't want to go there.
So I must have stood there for, I must have laid there for like 30 seconds. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to wrap this up. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work.
She's trying to tell you to breathe.
And she's like, what? She's like, what's wrong? She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. You know, just, you gotta go, dude.
Hey, just be serious. You wanted to suck a fart from her ass. Right?
Well, how do you feel the first time you hear a fucking pussy fart?
How do you feel?
No, I mean the first time you hear one.
Did you just fart on my dick?
I had this one chick that...
Do it again.
This one chick would fucking fart in my mouth when I was eating her pussy, dude. You know, that was pretty weird.
Yeah, that's... you know what it looks like? You ever seen when you suck a fart from a bitch's ass?
What does it look like?
From a pussy? Cheeks get all blown up and everything. But, yeah, that's a tough go you had going.
Speaking of dumps, what's this dump the kid Harry thing?
Oh, yeah.
You probably know the story better than I do.
Yeah, you were just a little snot about, knee high to a grasshopper, age, and they had this old commercial, car insurance commercial, and you didn't know what the hell they were talking about, but I remember part of the commercial would say, dump the kid, Harry, and we'll lower your rates. Dump the kid, Harry, we'll lower your rates. And the guy says...
The fuck does that mean?
Well, dump the kid, Harry, means...
Have an abortion?
Get rid of the extra weight there you got, having a kid, and having him on your insurance.
So have an abortion.
So have an abortion, basically.
Is that what they were saying, really?
Yeah, something kind of like get.
They were talking about get rid of the kid in your
Get rid of the extra bill, and all you said, you being a little snot, all you'd see me was saying, dump the kid, Harry, and you knew a kid, and you didn't like what you were seeing. So you'd say, no, don't let the kid hear you. Yeah, you were just a little shit. You didn't know what the hell they were talking about. You just didn't like what they were saying.
I remember when he clocked you with a fire truck in
Oh
the face,
shit!
too.
God, that was a good one. That was a man.
You were a little bitty tiny shit then.
He was trying to show me your truck.
He was sleeping on the couch.
You had this big
Look
truck,
at this truck right in your face.
and you were showing it. That's all you were doing. I was fucking knocked out, cold, sleeping. And you wake me up, Daddy, hey, look. And I'm, what? Bam! And you're trying to show me your truck, how you were playing with it.
You woke
man.
up just as the truck was hitting
White
your face.
spur in the face, man. I got up I was so pissed. I grabbed your truck and I threw it across the room. Geez, what the fuck's wrong with you, old man? Man, that was a definitely haymaker there.
It reminds me of I totally lost my fucking train of thought right now. Damn it.
Mind you, when you put a haymaker on Jim.
Oh, John Homestead. Johnny Homestead.
Oh yeah.
You guys are playing darts or some shit. And I was like, hey, Johnny, come over here, dude. So they're way in the back of the house, right? So Johnny's like, okay, what's up, Jimmy? I'm like, no, come over here a little bit further. Oh, okay. So he walks over a little bit further. No, come over here, way over here, behind the chair. He's like, behind the chair? What the fuck? Okay.
What are you doing? What do you want me to see?
Yeah, what do you want me to see over here? Like, come on, crash down a little bit lower. And he's like, what, dude? What? And I fucking right in the face. I hit him right in the fucking face.
He comes back holding his nose. He's like, man, your kid just knocked me out, man.
You clocked Johnny?
Yeah, I don't know why I hit him. I just didn't want to.
He was like, probably
Just wanted
like
to punch him in the
3 or 4 years
face.
old.
Al used to call him Pink Face.
Oh yeah, you put one on him. He says,
Here comes Pink Face.
Why do they call him Pink Face?
because when you drink alcohol,
He'd light up like a fucking.
it light up like a light bulb, like Rudolph.
Yeah.
Man, his face and nose right here would get really red. And so we were drinking usually back then. We always woke up with a beer and went to bed with a beer. At that age, you were only 17, but usually we were lit, going to school, drinking a beer, having Wheaties.
Did you ever meet Charlie?
No.
Uncle Charlie?
No, I never did.
Oh, he was another character.
One of the brothers of the clan.
He was a real comical. He was an alcoholic, but he was a real fun guy to be around. And Grandpa Arnold was telling me a long time ago when he was during World War II, when he was in the Navy, that there was a fight in a bar. And Charlie's a big guy. He's like Hoss, like on Bonanza. And the Shore Patrol police came. They were going to arrest Grandpa and throw him in the paddy wagon to take him to jail. And the cops are pulling him in, and Charlie's pulling him out. Cops are pulling him in, Charlie's pulling him out. I mean, in those days, they cared for the servicemen. You know what I'm saying? That they gave him some slack, but I mean, there was a fight. But he always did kind of stuff like, he came to visit one time, and he says, David, what time did your dad get off of work? And I said, probably around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He says, well, how about you take me up to the liquor store, and we'll buy your dad. He goes, would your dad like a nice cold beer when he got off of work? And I said, sure. He goes, well, take me up to the store. We'll go buy a 6-pack. So he walked with a cane. He was an old guy. He says, Davey, you go back there and get that 6-pack, and I'll stand here and pay the man for the beer. I said, okay, fine. So I went and got the 6-pack, and I turned around and looked at him, and he's pointing to the half pint of whiskey.
Top
behind the
shelf,
counter.
top shelf.
So he bought a little half pint so he could put it in his pocket. So we got out of the car. I said, Charlie, tell me something. He goes, what? I go, are you going to drink that all by yourself, or are you going to share that? He goes, David, did you see me buy that bottle? And I go, yeah. So me and him were sitting out there in the car before my dad even got off of work, drinking that freaking little half pint of whiskey before to share the 6-pack.
Pulls it out of the back pocket, his little flask. Well, I guess that runs in the family there. Yeah.
He was a good old boy, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that...
You guys were too little. I mean, you didn't know Al and Charlie and
got
Ray.
pictures of you sitting on his lap, though.
When did Charlie die?
When?
Yeah.
Probably about 25 years ago.
90s.
That really? I don't remember him at all.
He died before Al.
Yeah.
I remember Al. I don't remember Charlie at all.
Because Charlie been out here once or twice.
He
but
lived in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Long distance there.
He was a chef by trade. Knew his shit, too.
All right, we'll be right back on the Jimbo Trashy podcast.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy. Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Check out the latest sounds from the occult experimental rock project, Elvis on Acid, with their second album release, Prehistoric Psychonaut.
With historic obligations, we've come so far. We're cutting away the spiritual line. Capitulation, they don't care who you are. You're damning us to hell, it's written in the stars.
Follow Elvis on Acid on Twitter, @Elvis on Acid. Go to youtube.com/Elvis on Acid to hear the latest. Global Psychosis Entertainment, Dark Jam Records, and Elvis on Acid are not responsible for any violent revolutions, drug overdoses, or attempted suicides that may occur after listening.
Loyalty to the royalty. The fallen angels sing divine right of kings.
This ad has been brought to you by Global Psychosis Entertainment and Dark Jam Records. Copyright 2013.